And what do we have today? Well, we have a robotic lawnmower. It's autonomous. It's from Lymow. It's called the One Plus. Now, I heard that from them that this is not the final production version of the One Plus. However, it is very close. So we are still going to do some pluses and minuses at the end of this video. You know, I've been asked many times, why would someone want an autonomous lawnmower? My answer to them is, why not? I would like some time back, and plus, if you are a senior citizen or physically disabled, I think this is definitely a worthwhile investment, especially for $2,499. Now let's go over some of the key features of the One Plus. It has dual rotary blades that creates a cyclone airflow cutting system. It could climb over obstacles 2 inches in height, and it could go up to a 45-degree slope. As a track drive system, it has RTK-VSLAM navigation with AI vision obstacle avoidance, has built-in reinforced aluminum alloy frame. It can handle up to 2,000 plus life cycles for the battery. It has an adjustable cutting height of 1.2 to 4.0 inches. It has a discharge port preventing clogging and uneven buildup during operation. And of course, if you're looking to purchase, links will be provided below. Unboxing and setup was super easy. All we had to do was plug in the RTK antenna, power, assemble the RTK antenna, and fasten the base station down. And then follow the steps on the app. It's pretty darn easy. One thing that does stand out about this mower is this mowing deck with the two charging pads and this obstacle bumper on the front. Now let's take a look underneath. All we have to do is raise up this panel here, and nope, we got to press the plus, not the minus. You press the plus, and it will then literally lift up the hood. And let's go ahead and take a look underneath. I really like this feature that you could literally lift up the whole front for easy access to service these two blades. These two blades are nice thick steel, and it gives you a cutting width of 16 inches. It's pretty much standard, if not above standard, for robotic lawnmowers now. Most of them actually use like razor blades. And you want to be mindful of that we're looking at around 4 inches, 3.5 to 4 inches on either side. So you will need to be doing some trimming. So this will not get really close to like a wall or anything. The front is about 3.5 inches from the deck. So yes, you will have to do some trimming with this. Now, to try to save some space, they avoided using regular casters and went with these omnidirectional wheels, which definitely does help with getting this deck closer to the edges. And to lower the deck, all we have to do is hold down the minus key, and then it lowers. I really like that this does flip up for easy maintenance, because a lot of other mowers, you're going to have to turn them on to the side or upside down to replace the blades. Makes it super convenient to remove any clogs or to service your blades. Now this is loaded with sensors. You have sensors in the front, which are right here. These are the ultrasonic sensors, and then you have 2 Hall sensors in the front as well. The back has more ultrasonic sensors. I believe these are plugs just on the side to hide some screws. The app will actually walk you through creating all your zones, and I am creating a zone here in the middle. I've already done many others. I'm doing my neighbors and ours, and this is between both of our houses. And one thing that's really nice is the control of this. Most of the robotic lawnmowers I've tried in the past drift very easy when you're doing these setups, and this goes really straight and it's really easy to control. And then once we are done here with this zone, it will actually stay complete in the app. And you're going to want to connect all your zones. So it's with a pathway. And that's what I'm going to do next after this is set up. The pathway allows your robotic lawnmower to travel between zones. So right here on the bottom here, I am going to be creating a pathway from the zone I just created, and I'm just going to cross over the sidewalk. And it's down here in the lower right with the app. And then that's it. Now the robotic lawnmower knows where to go to the next zone. Now with the app, you could set up schedules. You could do different zones for different days of the week. You could have it mow everything all at once if you so choose, and Again, this will do up to 1.73 acres per day. Now, I like to do my neighbor's yard because he had like over a dozen trees, and you can see all the divots and everything in there. My yard's to the left, and then you have the fence of the other neighbors on the right. And as you can see, it also does it at night with absolutely no problems whatsoever. However, I noticed that it wasn't getting close to the edge. And again, you're going to be about 3.5 inches off. And I realized that in the advanced settings, you could actually adjust the overlap. And I wanted to overlap a little bit more, and I wanted it to actually do the perimeter first. And then I also wanted it to do like a random perimeter mowing in the direction. And also I wanted it to get closer to the edge. And that's where the safe margin mode is right there. So I wanted it to be as precise as possible, not offset. And these are my settings. So if you want to, copy them, but just be warned that all lawns are different. So what works for me may not work for you. Now the Lymow has those nice treads for traction, and it does go over terrain very, very well. Now our lawns are not that flat. Even where you see that it might be flat, it really isn't. You can see it bouncing all over the place. And we also had some really nice tall ash trees. The neighbor had well over a dozen. We had 4 or 5. And a few years ago, the ash borer beetle killed them, and we had to remove them. So we definitely still have some mounds of where the root systems were, like right here. That's going over, and there's been slowly decomposing over the years. And right there, it actually went over it quite well. And as I mentioned before, it mows at night with absolutely no problem whatsoever. And it's quiet enough that it shouldn't really disturb your neighbors. And it just mows really tall grass. Unlike a lot of the regular, like razor blade lawnmowers, it cuts practically everything. However, if you don't do an obstacle, time lapse. Look at how long that's been sitting there. So you may want to put obstacles in, and they're really easy to put in. So we're going to just do an obstacle here. We're going to drive it around the obstacle and hit save, and that's it. So now it's going to avoid that in the future. Also, another, tip is to, if you have any type of sidewalk or anything, overlap it. That way you can reduce your trimmings. I did this for all the sidewalks and driveways, and even over by, the curb. I tried to ride along the curb as best as I could. That way we didn't have to weed whack as much as possible. And it did a really good job. As mentioned, I do the neighbor's house and ours, and this is the third neighbor down. I used to mow his lawn too when I had a riding lawnmower, but he never said thank you. So that's where I stopped. But as you can see, big difference. And that's about what the grass height is. And we had some really bad storms, and their fence definitely took a brunt of it. And as you can see, really tall grass, absolutely no issues whatsoever. And our neighbor is definitely appreciative that we map out his lawn too. Okay, let's go over some of the pluses and minuses. Well, let's go over some of the negatives. See this little valley here? Believe it or not, it thought it was an obstacle. That's because the front bumper is pretty close to the ground, and the wife thinks that we need to have it like a golf course. And when you're that close to the ground, this bumper will hit, and then it will think it's an obstacle. Now it will go around it and get as close as it can, and this also happened to where any of the trees were removed. As the root system starts to decompose, and it creates a little bit of a divot. We fill them every season. Also, if your mower deck gets a little dirty, it may not charge correctly. And it does have brushes here, but it may not remove the dust all the way. And this is actually a pretty simple fix. What you're going to just need to do is take some, I'm just going to use some spray weight glass cleaner, and I'm just going to clean the deck surface. And I mean, you're not going to avoid this. Your lawnmower does get dusty and dirty, and anything from just pollen to just dirt getting flung up as it's mowing. So you want to make sure that at least the front here is clean once in a while, and then it will just automatically dock and start to charge. So if it doesn't charge, check your contacts and on the deck as well as the contacts on the base. Now it's really great that this has real blades on them, and that's also a downfall too, because that means they're proprietary. So you have to make sure that the manufacturer keeps them in supply. And as of right now, they're the only ones that supply them. Now you might be able to sharpen them and prolong the life just like any other mower blade. I just wanted to throw that out there as just a consumable. Most mowers have a deck in the middle, and that way it can actually get closer to the edge. Since this has the deck in front, you will not be able to get close to your edges. I mean, basically you have a field of around 4 inches all around it where you're going to have to do some trimming. And let's go over some of the pluses. Yes, we are going to go back to those blades again. I know there was a negative, but there's also a huge positive. It acts like a real lawnmower because it has blades versus razor blades on there. And it will cut through some taller grass with ease. And it mulches it. It sucks it up and mulches it like a traditional lawnmower. And it's really quiet. Of course, if you hit some little branches, or it's going to sound like a regular lawnmower, but overall, it's super quiet. And it will return to its charging station once it hits 15%. And then once it reaches 75% of a charge, it'll go back and resume. The One Plus is also designed with multiple layers of safety to ensure reliable operation in any environment. Its AI vision system combines semantic recognition with depth perception for precise, intelligent navigation. It also has 5 ultrasonic sensors and 2 Hall sensors that work together to prevent collisions, while the blade fender shields the cutting system from sticks and rocks. For added protection, it has off-the-ground detection that stops the blades instantly if the deck is lifted, and an emergency stop button that halts the blade rotation under 1 second, providing fast, reliable safety when it matters most. Now, with all the pluses and minuses, I was able to actually tailor the app to suit the needs for our lawn. And those were the settings I provided. Now, of course, your lawn will vary, just like mine. It took about 2 weeks before I found the optimal setting where I didn't have to worry about it colliding with any of the divots in the yard, and it was able to do a crosshatch pattern without any problems. And I always suggest going and watching other videos to see what other people's experiences are. However, if you do believe that this content did suit its purpose and you would like to purchase it, affiliate links will be down below. I really appreciate you tuning into Tripod's Garage. Please have a wonderful day, evening, or weekend, or whenever you decide to watch this video. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you again on Tripod's Garage.